The new Zane Lowe interview with Halsey, where she talks about how her label isn't letting her release new music due to the performance of her last album, is a great example of why numbers matter in pop music. First, let me say I feel for Halsey. Never good to see somebody in this position. I think she should be allowed to release music. But I talk about the numbers in pop music a lot on this account. It's the main reason I started this project. It's a major interest of mine, and I always get comments like, why do you care about this? Why are you talking about this? The artists don't care about these numbers. Ed Sheeran doesn't care about the numbers. Taylor Swift doesn't care about the numbers. Halsey doesn't care about the numbers. And I always kind of eye roll when I get these comments because it's yes, numbers aren't everything. Numbers don't need to inform your view of the art. But in these major label mainstream pop conversations, they are something. They mean something to the artist. They mean something to the label. Even outside of the cultural impact conversation about numbers, they have a real world impact on what these artists are releasing. I guess people can't fathom that there's a way to separate numbers discussion and art discussion. I follow pop music numbers pretty closely, and I would say it has close to zero bearing on the way I feel about the actual music. But major labels are businesses. The pop artists they sign understand that those artists themselves are running businesses. Halsey was a big hit producing pop star for a while there, and then when she stopped being that, it had a real world impact on what she was doing, how she was moving. She's right that the first week sales on The Great Impersonator were very respectable, but also, this is pure speculation, but the label probably lost money on her last few eras. There weren't any big hits on this record or her last one. And I gotta be careful here because I don't mean to imply that fans of these artists should just suck it up and let the label kind of kick them around however they want to. I think it's great that Halsey is talking about this. Strategically a good play, probably putting some pressure on her label. She knows the game that she's playing now. She knew it when she signed to Columbia. This is the nature of the major label pop space, always has been, and that's why people find it interesting to follow these numbers. Again, I'm not saying you need to care about the numbers, but just know that the artists do care about these numbers. They are thinking about the numbers, and the numbers are informing some part of their career. It's also why I think it's cool that Halsey is speaking so candidly about this, especially on Zane Lowe, a show that with respect often feels fake. Ideally, in these kind of situations, the label would just drop the artist, let Halsey go do her own thing. But also not to be too crass, but she signed this deal. She low-key maybe owes them money, so to speak, and that kind of puts everyone at this unfortunate stalemate. Again, that's speculative. Halsey, I hope that you can get out of this situation. Earnestly, I hope that. Let me know what you guys think of this situation. Let me know what you think of kind of chart tracking in pop music, and I'll talk to you soon.